Hi, and welcome back to the Be Known podcast. If you're listening on the podcast, welcome. And if you're watching my video, hi. This is a really interesting and exciting evening. Um, I am excited because I'm proud of myself for doing this and doing my fourth episode. I have to say, this one was a bit more of a struggle for me, but I'm really excited that I'm actually pushing through and keeping to my consistency and keeping to my promise of delivering every single week. So, this week, I'm going to share a little bit of insight, but this week I have been feeling really down. I have been a little bit sick. My throat's been sore and itchy and headaches almost every second day. And it's just felt like a lot. So I've been setting goals for myself, and personally, it feels like I've been lagging behind. And then I think yesterday or so, I had a bit of a talking to myself and said, you know what, you're actually achieving a lot more than you set out. Although there's one or two personal goals that you set out that you haven't reached that yet, but maybe you need to relook those things and focus on the things that you have achieved and the really positive things that have happened so far. So, yesterday was a big self care day for me. Well, the whole week actually. So Sunday I had felt really tired. So I had long nap. Had Yaku, my husband, take Malia to the swimming pools and just get a little bit of me time. And I had another nap today when she was in school for a little while. So I literally tried and forced myself to just slow down a little bit and just take it a little bit easy. So this brings me to today's episode. So I wanted to record this week's episode and next week's episode, but that didn't happen. So I'm doing this week and then later I'll do the other one. But this week, even the content that I wrote just didn't feel like it resonated with me, and I didn't have any motivation to do anything with that. So in the end, I let it slide and I just gave myself a little bit of time and took it easy. And this morning, I literally just wrote everything. It just flowed out in probably an hour or so. And then I proofread it, read it, and now I feel a lot better. And you know what? The reason for that is because I feel like this is aligned to where my life is at the moment. So just a little bit of a backstory. About a month or two ago, I created a 30-day self-care challenge for myself because I was feeling exactly these feelings. I was feeling overwhelmed. We are expats in another country. We don't have grandparents to help look after our daughter. So at that stage, the school only had space 3 hours for twice a week. We didn't have any help around the house, and we're still making friends. So that's still a bit of a thing. And then obviously a month or two ago, it was in the middle of COVID. So we were on proper lockdown and we didn't want to go anywhere and we couldn't really go out. And long story short, I really needed that. And I think COVID just kind of pushed it over the edge. I don't think COVID was the reason, but I think COVID kind of pushed it over the edge. It was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back in that sense. But what happened was is I needed, well, me and my husband needed some time to kind of take care of ourselves as well. So I created the self-care guide for myself to kind of keep myself on track. And then I decided to share it with a lot of my friends on Facebook. And the feedback that I've received is just absolutely amazing. So thank you to all of you. And if you have downloaded it and you haven't done it yet, now is the time. It's really easy things to do. So this week, when I was feeling really down and out and not very motivated, I went back to my own challenge, the 30-day challenge, and I started working through some of the things that I wrote. And there's actually one thing that I missed within that 30-day challenge. And I'll share that with you during this episode. But just what I wanted to say is that this week was really tough, and it was tough for me mentally and it was tough for me physically. And I tried to force myself to do a bit more exercise. So physically, I don't felt like it was that bad, but mentally to actually get myself to do it felt like a really big struggle. Um, but the thing is, sometimes you set goals and deadlines for yourself that sometimes really unattainable, unreachable, and sometimes you are just not feeling it. So you really need to just take care of yourself. So I've been working crazy hard on my business, not seeing the exact precise results that I wanted, although it's important to note that I did see more than I expected. But what's so much worse is that while I felt this bad, I went back to my 30-day self-care challenge. I did a little bit more walking. I started eating more healthily for the week, and I did more things that I enjoyed. I watched some rom-coms. I listened to some good music and put on my headphones and went for a run. I did some impromptu dance sessions in the kitchen, which is also part of the 30-day challenge. And although all the things was really nice, afterwards I still felt drained. I just couldn't help but be even more frustrated with myself, because how can you do all of this and still be drained? Like, seriously. And the only thing that I then realized that was not on my 30-day challenge was just chill, and it can't be rushed. Remind yourself that it can't be rushed. If you are not feeling it and you are mentally in a place where you feel like you need a little bit more space, you cannot rush that process. You cannot give yourself 30 minutes to jump back in it. You might be okay for that day and you might survive that day and maybe the next day, but next week you'll feel drained again. And that's basically what happened to me. So by Saturday, Sunday, I was really tired, feeling really drained, and I really gave myself time. But then the next morning, I was up again. I was like, here we go. I should be better now. And that's not quite what happened. So the next day, I got headaches again. And the next day, I felt drained again. So because I didn't do it properly, I probably like recharged my battery to about 70% and then went back down. And then every day I would like, okay, well, I'll do a little bit. And then I got back up to 50% and then drain quickly again. And it's so similar to, for instance, your cell phone. Like once it's at 50%, it drains a lot quicker. So you have to make sure that you recharge fully to that 100% to get all of the benefits and to really recharge yourself, to find yourself, to find what is going well, to find what is not working, and just to realign. So I've done a little bit less Facebook Lives this week as well. I will probably pick that up again next week. But probably because I wasn't feeling it and I just didn't want to see myself on camera. I didn't want to look at myself and I didn't want to see the tiredness in my own eyes, which I felt in my heart. Um, so your body and your mind takes as long as it needs, and you just need to take care of yourself. I mean, you can sleep 8 hours, you can do everything you're supposed to do and still not feel better. And sometimes you just need to be patient and be you and be at peace with your life and sit back and be extremely grateful for what you have and what you've achieved so far. And sometimes we need to look back at what we've done and look at our present and where we have come and where we are and what we've got. And only then will the fog kind of start to clear so that we can see where we are supposed to go, instead of forcing ourselves through the fog and forcing ourselves ahead without even knowing where we're going. So yeah, even apart from that, the whole world is going through life changes, and there's uncertainty in work and business and health and finances and family. And I mean, I have family in South Africa, and COVID's really kind of picking up steam, and I'm scared for my family, and I'm scared for friends, and I'm hoping everyone stays safe, and scared for me going to the shops because it's picking up speed again in the Netherlands as well. So it's this constant pressure that we don't realize, and we just think that, well, we should be fine. I'm healthy, I should be fine. But mentally, it does take a toll. And if you're anything like me, you know the world doesn't stop for your problems and your dis-ease and your um, so the kids still need to be fed, and they still need to be dressed, and the dog still needs a walk, and you still need to make breakfast, and the house needs cleaning again, and the dishwasher needs unpacking again, and it doesn't stop. So we need to take a very active role in our self-care. We need to take a stand and say, this is what I need, and have the courage to say, this is what I need. Because especially for moms and in the role we are, we sometimes get lost in the give, 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 and what everyone else needs, instead of stopping and saying, okay, well, what do I need? What do I feel? And having that self-awareness to say, you know what, I am in a place of dis-ease. Something in my body and in my mind is in dis-ease. And for that, I need to slow down before I get disease, before I get sick or get an injury, and something isn't aligned. So it is sometimes okay to do the absolute bare minimum and just give your kids porridge for breakfast. I'm sure they will enjoy it. My daughter has asked numerous times, so they won't even be the wiser. And although it might go against every fiber of your being, you know what? The world go on. The world will go on. And sometimes you need to fill your cup, in other words, to give to others. Um, Sometimes you need to lay down on the couch and watch a romantic comedy and play with your kids without worrying about work, or go to bed at 8 p.m. although the sun is still up, or eat chocolate for breakfast or something. So, a funny question. I asked myself this the other day, like, who said we can't have chocolate for breakfast? Like, I know our parents said it, but where's the rule book for that? Who says we can't have chocolate for breakfast? So, I have tested that one out this week, and it was damn good. So, I will advise to try it. um, so yeah, we can be our own heroes, and everyone else's hero, but we can also be our own worst enemy. So it is, be kind to yourself and chill and be patient and work hard. And if you can't work hard today, work hard tomorrow or the rest of the week. Um, but the challenge this week is to chill and to calm down and to do my 30-day challenge. It's really quick, and I'm gonna share with you the some of the challenges that I have on there, and I want you to click download, and I want you to print it out, and it's in a bingo format, so it's really easy to kind of follow, and just be and do practice self-care and be kind to yourself. So here are some of my 30-day challenge items. So taking a long walk in nature, and more importantly, without music. So every now and then you need to take time to listen to nature. And I did that this morning because my dog wakes me up at 6. Well, my alarm goes off, and then I wake up, and then she's awake, and then she won't allow me to go back to sleep, which was my tactic a while ago to get me to wake up at 6, although I'm not too fond of that tactic anymore. um, so, long walk in nature. So, I did that, for instance, this morning, didn't take any music with me, and I just took some time to listen and listen to the ruffling of the trees and the chirping of the birds, and there's a really calming effect that it has. Talking about calming, point number 2 is to learn to meditate. So this took me a while to kind of get used to. I found this very airy fairy, and now I'm a very big advocate for this. But this is also something that you need to keep doing in order to improve. So there's an app called Calm, which I've downloaded on my phone, and they've got daily calm meditations for only 10 minutes. And they guide you through it and what to do and how to calm your brain and kind of a how to, which is really nice. And I try and do that in the mornings as well. And every now and then I do that 10 minutes before I have to start my work if it's during the day and I feel drained. Another morning routine that I do is to write 1-page journal entry. Um, that's also one of the 30-day challenges. Yeah, anyway, so write 1 page, and it feels silly in the beginning, but literally just write down anything that pops into your mind. And journaling for your brain is like vegetables for your body. You just need to refuel your body, and in journaling you just get it out. You get out all the clutter onto a page, and I don't even reread my stuff because I don't think I will even know what I wrote down. So it's literally just to clear my head and start fresh. um, and then item number 4 is phone a friend. Just have a chat, catch up, find out how they're doing. I have found that the older I get and the busier I get with my daughter and with a house and business, the less I phone my friends. And even if it's just a voice note, send it to someone, say, listen, I'm really in a hurry, so I can't talk long, but just wanted to find out how you are. And that is sometimes the best medicine if you're feeling down. Point number 5, no social media for one day, like nothing. So this has been a constant struggle for me because social media and online marketing is my business. So there's a fine line for me between my business and what I have to do and getting stuck in a social media hole where I'm scrolling for over an hour and I kind of wake up out of my almost like hypnosis, and I'm like, what have I done for the last hour? And I literally just wasted that hour. And knowing how much I have that I want to get done, that hour is a real waste of my time. I when was it? I think yesterday I went for a run, and that 30 minutes felt like absolute torture. I'm telling you, every single minute felt like torture. Like I absolutely hated it. But that's also part of the mental and physical drainage that I was going through. So, but anyway, I thought to myself, I can spend an hour on social media without any complaints, but try and run for 30 minutes and I complain to myself in my head the whole bloody time. So try that for one day. And once you've done it for a day, try for 2 days and then go for a weekend. So what I've done is I have deleted the apps a few times. If I do install them again, I install them on the last page of my phone so that I don't see them every time I log on. I have removed all notifications. I have removed all emails from Facebook and Instagram so that I do not get constantly reminded that you have something, someone linked this, someone tagged you. And sometimes those tags and stuff are just absolutely useless. There's no real meaning for it. Um, so the only one that I have notifications on is Messenger because I really want to see if you guys send me a DM and want to ask more. So that's on. And I even moved my emails to the back as well because I do find that I just open up emails just for the sake of opening it. And then I get stuck in this rabbit hole. So, um, point number 6, dance in your kitchen like no one's watching. Have done that this week. Set a new goal for yourself. I've done that. My goal for this week is just to calm down, do the bare minimum, do what you have to do what you promised, record your episodes, write down your blogs, but do what you have to and stop with that and set some time out to just be. Make your favorite childhood dessert. I haven't done that in a while. Sagu pudding. I don't know even how you call that in English. Sagu or sagu. But I haven't even checked at the shops if they sell it here in the Netherlands. I need to go check. And do something that scares you. So this might sound counterintuitive to some, but even if it is calling a client that you've been putting off for really long, or sending an email, or just do something that you kind of been putting off. Number 10 is make amends with someone. 11, wake up early and do something that you've been putting off. So that email that I've been talking about. Um, Write a letter to your future self. That always gets me excited. It gets me in a dream mode and where I want to be and what I wish I would tell myself. Forgive yourself for your flaws. That has been instrumental this week, and forgiving myself for being so tough on myself. And sometimes it's okay to do less. Um, Make a list of all the things that make you awesome, and set a really high goal for yourself, like 10 or 30, 20 or 30 items, and you'll start seeing how hard that is. And if you have to do that for someone else, for some reason, it seems easier. Um, Number 15, play a song that makes you dance and just get a little bit jiggy. And just, I love doing that in the kitchen with my daughter, and I pick her up and we just dance. And sometimes we dance to Afrikaans music and we sookie in the kitchen. And I'll post a video. I have done every now and then, but I'll do that again. She absolutely loves it. And I just love her energy. Next, do something artistic, like paint a picture. I did a full page coloring. So she's got a coloring book, and I colored in one of her pictures, and that was very therapeutic. Sit outside and soak up the sun, which is really nice, without music, without your phone, and just be. I have to say that if there's one thing that I can learn from family, this is something I can learn from my dad, is just to sit outside, soak up the sun, and just be. Just leave your phone, just leave the radio, leave the TV, and just be. Next one, have a picnic. I did this yesterday and this was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. It was a bit of a mess because we had 3 kids and I had a friend there and we had 2 dogs and it was a dog park. So maybe next time we choose a different location with less dogs, because all the dogs wanted all the food, obviously. But the picnic was a really good idea. The girls loved it. Next, say yes to everything today. So choose a day where you're not feeling drained, where you're feeling in a really good mood, and just go for yes. So even if you catch yourself in the moment saying no, reverse it and say yes. Next, read a book. This is a really tough one for me. I have switched to audiobooks because I cannot seem to focus long enough on a book, and my daughter's in between. And this way, with audiobooks, I kind of keep track easier and I can take notes as well. So I do tend to listen very actively, but a book feels really hard with my 2-year-old running around. Next, what's your old favorite movie? I'm trying to think what's my old favorite movie. Um, I haven't thought about this in a while. I do love The Devil Wears Prada, and I do love The Intern. So that's a bit more newer ones. I'll have to think about that one. But in the meantime, type a comment to let me know what's your favorite movie. Give me some ideas. Yeah, I definitely need some more ideas. I need some awesome movies for the weekend to watch. So next up is learn a new skill. I am busy learning Dutch. So every Tuesday evening, I have a Dutch lesson, which is really fun. Next is revamp one of your rooms in your house. So a while ago, I literally went bonkers and I just changed everything. So we've got a 3-story house, but it's one of those narrow houses. So my husband got home from golf and I started disassembling the bed. And I was like, our room is moving upstairs and this room is moving there and that one. And you know what? It made such a big difference to my mental state as well, because it was some things that really bothered me every single day, and now I've removed that completely. So revamp a house, even if you just use what you have, that's a good creativity skill as well. Next, take massive action to overcome a fear you have. So the podcast was a really big fear I had, and I always wanted to do it, but was really scared to do it. So this is me overcoming my fear, and I'm hoping to do better every single day that I record. So yeah, let me know how I'm doing. Next, give yourself a mini makeover. Oh, I'm due for this. I have thought to myself, my mom is brilliant at this. And the next time she comes, I'm going to give her a budget and say, go buy me some new clothes and I need a makeover. So if you guys have any tips on makeovers, please let me know as well, because I definitely need that and want it. I need to feel fresh and happy and just all over makeovered. So our last 5 tips. So here we go. So cook your favorite dish. I kind of have a new dish which I made tonight, which is fish finger wraps. It sounds very basic, but my daughter loves fish fingers and we love wraps and the freshness of it. So we just combine it and it's so quick and easy, and she loves it and I love it, and I don't have to make a side salad all mixed up in one. So there's a meal tip for you as well. Next, do a HIIT workout. So I was really bad. I had to do one today. That was in my schedule, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I did one the day before yesterday. So I'll probably make up and do one tomorrow again. So hold thumbs. Anyway, next, get yourself a house plant or another one. I need to do this again. I was actually in the shops yesterday and I wanted to buy some plants for the house, and I actually stopped myself, which I wish I hadn't. But that is something that also just cheers you up. And even if you don't want to buy normal flowers, freshly cut flowers, buy flowers that can hold, that's in a plant that you can plant outside. So yeah, that's on my to-do list as well. And do something that you love today. I need to find more hobbies as well. So mom, send me some of your hobbies. And then the very last one, tell yourself you love yourself every day going forward. And this seems easier said than done. I know. But you know what? For anyone else to love us, we need to love ourselves as well. So that is my challenge to you this week, is to be kind to yourself. Don't procrastinate on self-care, and go easy and do things that you really enjoy and not always what other people enjoy. And yesterday I was in the shops and I bought ice cream. Was in the mood for a naughty treat, and immediately I thought, what ice cream does my daughter like? What ice cream does my husband like? And I put both of those in the cart, and then I thought, you know what ice cream do I like? And that was a really important question to myself. So, question to you this week is, what ice cream do you like? And do something that you like and that's really important to you. And for everyone else to get I almost want to say the benefit of you, and to get the best version of you, you need to be the best version of yourself. So be kind, love yourself. And that is it from me tonight. If you want to download the 30-day self-care challenge, I will post the link in the description as well. So I'm really excited to join you guys to join me. I will be printing mine out now as well, and I will be starting with my 30-day self-care challenge again from tomorrow. So join me, and thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a wonderful week.